Now, it says something very important, being justified as a gift. Now, I want to do a comparative study of religion right now. There are really only two religions in the world. One is a religion of works, and the other is a religion of grace. Christianity is that religion of grace. If we were to, for example, interview a Jewish believer and say, "Sir, if you died right now, where would you go?" His answer would be, if he's devout, he'd say, "Well, I would go to paradise." Why? Well, because I've read the Torah, I've read the law, I love the law, I seek to be a righteous man, I walk the way of the righteous, I'm a righteous man. Okay? We talk to a Muslim, "Sir, if you died right now, where would you go?" "I'd go to paradise." Why? "I love the Quran, I have given the alms, I have made the pilgrimages and the prayers, I am a righteous man." Now, if we talk to a Christian, and that's very, very hard because there's so many distortions of that name, so many people who claim that name that are not truly Christian. But a genuine biblical Christian, you said, "Sir, if you died right now, where would you go?" He would say this, "I would go to heaven." Why? And then he would say something very unusual, something quite different than everyone else. He would say this, "I was born in sin, and I have broken every law of my God, and I deserve the greatest of condemnation." You stop him and say, "Sir, the other two men I understand. They're going to heaven because they deserve it. You tell me you're going to heaven even though you deserve just the opposite. How can it be? They're going to heaven, and I understand it based upon their own virtue and merit, but you're telling me you're going to heaven even though you claim to have no virtue or merit. How can that be?" And the Christian smiles and says this, "Because I'm going to heaven founded upon the virtue and the merit of another, Jesus Christ my Lord." And so, in that sense, the Christian is the only one who can boast about going to heaven without boasting about himself, because he's acknowledged that it has nothing to do with himself and everything to do with the grace or gift of God. Now, when I say that, there's always detractors in the audience that say, yeah, I see that now. The Christian says he believes in Jesus, he lives like the devil, and he's still going to heaven. Not at all. You see, you need to understand Christian theology. Man has two problems, and both of them deal with sin. The first problem is the condemnation of sin. You are condemned because of your sin. Justification takes care of that problem. Those who believe in Jesus Christ are no longer condemned, but declared right before God based upon what Christ has done for them. But then there's also a doctrine called regeneration, being born again. And what does that mean? The person that has believed in Jesus Christ has been born again. God has done such a supernatural work in their heart that they become a new creature, and as a new creature, they live a different way. You see? Because what you need to understand, in the words of Jesus, that what comes out of our mouth is of very little value with regard to our profession of faith. Because he says, "Many will come before me on that day and say, 'Lord, Lord,' and I'll say, 'Depart from me, I never knew you.'" Let me give you an example. I'm from America. I know nothing about soccer. So I tell you, I'm a football player. I'm a soccer player. And you go, "Really? Tell me about the game." "I don't know anything about it." "Tell me about the rules." "Got me there." "Show me how you can kick a ball." And I try to kick it and fall down. And you look at me and you go, "You're no soccer player." Use the same logic with Christianity. My dear friend, there are all sorts of things going on in this world today in the name of Jesus Christ that have absolutely nothing to do with the name of Jesus Christ. And there are a lot of people claiming relationship with Jesus Christ that have no relationship whatsoever with Jesus Christ. As a matter of fact, if there is a devil, And there is. And he is the enemy of Christianity. Isn't it the wisest thing he could do? Is to raise up a group of people who call themselves Christians, though they live like the devil? And that has happened, my friend. But remember this. You will find no excuse on the day of judgment by pointing to other condemned people who claim to belong to Jesus. Because the person you have to deal with is not them. It's Jesus Christ himself. Who is he? You see, you only have 3 options. He's a liar. Because he said he was the Son of God and he knew he wasn't. That's a liar. Or he's a lunatic. He said he was the Son of God because he sincerely believed he was the Son of God, but anyone who says that and believes that and is not the Son of God is a lunatic. As C.S. Lewis said, on the level of a poached egg. Or he's Lord. And if he's Lord, then he is the one with whom you must deal.